Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Uttarakhand Global Investors Summit in Dehradun today. Zoram People's Movement leader Lalduhoma to be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Mizoram this morning. RBI to announce its bi-monthly monetary policy today. First Indian Art, Architecture and Design Biennale to be launched by the Prime Minister at Red Fort in Delhi this afternoon. UNICEF in collaboration with India to launch Green Rising Initiative at COP28 Summit in Dubai today to mobilize youth to drive climate action. Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur unveils a strategic blueprint for development of ice hockey in Ladakh. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Uttarakhand Global Investors Summit in Dehradun today. The two-day summit, being held at Forest Research Institute in Dehradun, focuses on the theme of peace to prosperity. Thousands of investors and delegates from around the globe are expected to attend the event. The summit is expected to play a vital role in the state's industrial development. More from our correspondent.
The Prime Minister is scheduled to hold a roadshow at the start of the summit. The summit will see the participation of significant number of industrialists from across the country and the world. Given the presence of VVIPs, extensive security arrangements have been made to ensure the safety of all attendees. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has stated that his government has simplified the industrial policy and implemented 27 new policies based on industrialist suggestions. Prior to the investor summit, a mini investor summit was held at the district level, which garnered considerable interest from investors. The state government has already signed MOUs worth about Rs 3 lakh crore with various investors and industrial groups. Sanjeev Sundaryal, Akashvani News, Dehradun.
The Ethics Committee report on cash for query charges against Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra is scheduled to be tabled in the Lok Sabha today. It has been listed in the business of the lower house. Meanwhile, BJP has issued a line whip to all its MPs of Lok Sabha to be present in the house today. President Draupadi Murmu has accepted the resignations of Narendra Singh Tomar, Prahlad Singh Patel and Renuka Singh Saruta from the Union Council of Ministers with immediate effect. Union Minister Arjun Munda has been assigned the charge of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare in addition to his existing portfolio of Tribal Affairs Ministry. Minister of State for Agriculture, Shobha Karandlaje, has been assigned the charge of Minister of State for Food Processing Industries in addition to her existing portfolio. Rajiv Chandrasekhar has been assigned the charge of the Minister of State for Jal Shakti and Dr. Bharti Praveen Pawar the charge of Minister of State for Tribal Affairs in addition to their existing portfolios. Zoram People's Movement ZPM leader Lalduhoma will be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Mizoram this morning. The swearing-in ceremony will be held at Raj Bhavan in the heart of Aizawl city. Governor Dr. Hari Babu Kambhampati will administer the oath of office and secrecy to the ZPM leader. Sources inform that a few more ministers are also likely to take oath on the occasion. An alternate arrangement has also been made at Assembly House Annex in case the weather plays a spoil sport. Zoram People's Movement leader and former IPS officer Lalduhoma led his party to a decisive victory in the recently concluded assembly elections. The party bagged 27 seats in the 40-member House. The ruling Mizo National Front MNF was reduced to 10 seats, while the BJP got 2 seats. Once a dominant party in the state Congress, which ruled for about 20 years post Mizoram statehood, could win just a single seat. Security has been tightened in and around Raj Bhavan and Assembly House Annex. More in this report.
When the veteran and ZPM leader Lalduhoma takes oath as the new Chief Minister this forenoon, Mizoram will not be the same again. The historic occasion would mark the end of almost 40 years-long bipolar politics in Mizoram and a new beginning of another political narrative and discourse. The 6-year-old party, the Zoram People's Movement, is built through a people's movement, echoing Kalpungthar in all nooks and corners of Mizoram. The new government will be setting its agenda on farmers' empowerment, fiscal reforms, and a strong stand on corruption. The taking over of power by the ZPM marks a new beginning of politics in Mizoram. Gingante, Akashvani News, Aizawl.
The newly formed Telangana government will start implementing 2 of the 6 guarantees given to people from tomorrow onwards. The decision was taken in the first meeting of the cabinet, chaired by Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy at the State Secretariat last evening. Minister D. Sridhar Babu told the media after the meeting that guarantees related to free travel for women in the state-owned Road Transport Corporation buses and increasing the coverage of Rajiv Arogyashree health insurance to 10 lakh rupees will be implemented from tomorrow. He said for implementing remaining guarantees, the government will secure the data from concerned departments. He, however, assured that the government is committed to implement all the 6 guarantees in 100 days. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the first Indian Art, Architecture and Design Biennale 2023 at Red Fort in New Delhi this afternoon. He will also inaugurate Atmanirbhar Bharat Centre for Design at the Red Fort and the Student Biennale Samunnati. During the one-week-long event from the 9th to the 15th of December, different theme-based exhibitions will be showcased every day. It will also provide avenues and opportunities to expand and collaborate with the creators of art, architecture and design as part of the evolving economy. The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra is going on in different parts of the country. Under the Yatra, the information, education and communication vans with the aim to disseminate information regarding the central flagship welfare programs are traversing through every corner of the country. The Yatra will begin in Madhya Pradesh today. People in the state will be able to avail the on-spot services of several schemes as part of the nationwide outreach initiative. We have a report.
Agriculture and Rural Development Department will play an important role in the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra in Madhya Pradesh. Chief Secretary Veera Rana conducted a meeting of officials of the concerned departments yesterday and gave necessary guidelines regarding the Yatra. The publicity will be done through a fully equipped mobile van with LED screen and audio visual. In urban areas, mobile van will go to more than 13,000 places where the population is more than 10,000. A control room will be set up at the state level to coordinate the Yatra. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has directed district collectors to ensure that the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra reaches out to each and every possible beneficiary of all central flagship schemes. In a virtual meeting with district collectors yesterday, Mr. Shinde said the state should lead the efforts and effectively run the awareness campaign across the state. Our correspondent reports that the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra continues to receive enthusiastic response across the state. In Nasik district, the IEC van has travelled across 10 locations, spreading awareness and enrolling new beneficiaries under various central initiatives. According to the ministry, the administration has registered at least 110 new beneficiaries under Ujjwala scheme, 356 under Ayushman Bharat scheme, 429 under Swanidhi, while over 1,000 citizens have benefited from the health camps organized so far. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with beneficiaries of Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra tomorrow through video conferencing. The program will be joined virtually by thousands of Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra beneficiaries from across the country. More than 2,000 Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra vans, thousands of Krishi Vigyan Kendras and common service centers from across the country will also be connected virtually during the program. Several union ministers, MPs, MLAs and local level representatives will also join the program. The Reserve Bank of India or RBI will announce its bi-monthly monetary policy today. The meeting of RBI's Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, began on Wednesday in Mumbai. Economists expect that the RBI is likely to keep the key repo rate unchanged at 6.5%. It is also believed that the central bank will continue to hold its withdrawal of accommodation stance. A State Bank of India report released earlier this week had said the rates are expected to remain constant till the second quarter of the financial year 2025. The report further said the growth is expected to remain resilient, with risks mostly stemming from sources outside of India. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held talks with Rwanda Foreign Minister Vincent Biruta in New Delhi yesterday. In a social media post, Dr. Jaishankar said they discussed the steadily increasing engagement in economic, development cooperation, defense and cultural domains between India and Rwanda. They also exchanged perspectives on regional and global developments of mutual interest and collaboration in the Commonwealth, African Union and the United Nations. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval participated in the 6th NSA level meeting of the Colombo Security Conclave CSC at Port Louis in Mauritius yesterday. The National Security Advisors of member countries participated along with senior delegates from Bangladesh and Seychelles. Member states reviewed the progress of the decisions taken at the 5th NSA level meeting and agreed on a roadmap of activities for 2024. Member states reiterated the role and responsibility of the CSC in ensuring the safety, security and stability of the Indian Ocean region from traditional, non-traditional and emerging hybrid challenges. UNICEF's Generation Unlimited, in collaboration with India's Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, is unveiling the Green Rising initiative at COP28 Summit in Dubai today to mobilize youth to drive climate action. A report from our West Asia correspondent.
The Green Rising Initiative, part of the Yuva campaign in India, focused on engaging youth for impactful environmental actions at the grassroots level, aligning with the global efforts to address the severe impacts of climate change. Meanwhile, at COP28, the 28th Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, over $83 billion has been mobilized within the first 7 days, marking a new era of climate action. The conference saw historic declarations on food systems, health, renewable energy, and initiatives targeting decarbonization of heavy emitting industries. $726 million was pledged for loss and damage support in response to the climate crisis. Key financial boosts include $3.5 billion for Green Climate Fund, $133 million for the Adaptation Fund, and $129.3 million for the Least Developed Countries Fund. This is Vinod Kumar from Dubai for Akashvani.
Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has unveiled a strategic blueprint for the development of ice hockey in the Union Territory of Ladakh. Speaking on the occasion in the national capital, Mr. Thakur said that Ladakh is setting its sights high in the realm of sports. He said that in the last 2 years, India has clinched the highest number of medals in various championships as compared to the past years. Mr. Thakur said that the blueprint titled The Game Changer is envisioned to pave the way for an Indian ice hockey contingent to compete in the 2042 Winter Olympics. He further added the blueprint aims to make Ladakh an international destination for ice hockey. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Anuja. Flagging concerns over terrorist threat to Air India and Parliament, the External Affairs Minister makes it clear that there was no question of equitable treatment between United States and Canada on Khalistan states a pioneer. Quoting experts, the Economic Times says it may take the country 3 to 5 years to have its own ChatGPT equivalent. The Times of India mentions a data which shows the dominance of engineers with 64% in the list of successful candidates in All India Civil Services in 2017 to 21. Focusing on the judicial process, Indian envoy meets 8 ex-Navy men on death row in Qatar, cites a Tribune. According to data on the impact of COVID years, Hindustan Times writes, fewer births, more deaths in Delhi during pandemic. And finally, Assam, Charaidio Moidams or Royal Burial Mounds of the Ahom dynasty is India's nomination for inclusion in the UNESCO World Heritage List after Gujarat, cites the pioneer. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Uttarakhand Global Investors Summit in Dehradun today. Zoram People's Movement leader Lalduhoma to be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Mizoram this morning. RBI to announce its bi-monthly monetary policy today. First Indian Art, Architecture and Design Biennale to be launched by the Prime Minister at Red Fort in Delhi this afternoon. UNICEF in collaboration with India to launch Green Rising initiative at COP28 Summit in Dubai today to mobilize youth to drive climate action. And Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur unveils a strategic blueprint for development of ice hockey in Ladakh. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.